I have butterflies. That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. I have butterflies. I love this.
As our love for backpacking grows, so does our sense of adventure. It pushes us further into the forests and higher onto the mountains. Our most recent adventure took us to New York State, specifically into the Catskill Mountains. We were looking for something more challenging than we had done before, and the Devil's Path Trail, that was a challenge that we were ready for.
And we are heading off on our adventure. A little bit nervous, a little bit anxious, but it's awesome. It's beautiful. And we have about a mile of, I'll call it a warm-up. A warm-up? There's not a lot of ascent. So we're gonna enjoy the beauty here, and then we're gonna start climbing, and that'll be kind of the par for the course. So we're about to leave the flat world behind for Indian Hill Mountain. We're beginning our tough ascent. This is our first tough ascent. So it looks like we have 1,473, whatever those little marks are, but they suck from what I've been told. Those marks are hard.
You ready to climb?
Yeah.
Chris, you ready to climb?
Sure.
John, you ready to climb?
Yep.
Sweet, let's go.
Up and up we go. Yeah. It makes short work of the climb, certainly compared to what we've seen before. This may be the highest point on our first climb, or the summit of our first climb. So we're heading up Sugarloaf. That was Ashley and John. And the trail's personality changed a little. There's more green growth right in the middle of the trail. The weeds are a little bit taller. The sides have crept in. You can certainly tell that there's some factor that's impacting the growth of plant life on the side. No snakes. And so we've now got down around the notch, or the saddle, and we're heading back up Sugarloaf Mountain. And it's a climb. We're just getting started. Just take your time. Make sure you're drinking some water. Take breaks if you need to. And just one step at a time. That's how you get these done. They're not fast. They can't be with technical walking or hiking with a 30-pound backpack, 25, 20, 15. Any weight makes everything a little more technical. All right, I don't know, we're probably not on the summit of Sugarloaf. It still looks like it curves out that way, but we've made it over the most difficult parts of the climb up, I believe. So this would be our third ascent. You definitely want to travel in a group out here. I mean, I'm not telling somebody not to do it solo. I know people do. I mean, people run it in a day. But if you're carrying weight and maybe you're not this, you know, an athlete is not your first type of work, maybe you're a hobbyist, there are definitely places to roll an ankle or even trip. Rocks everywhere, sizable ones. You know, if you fall and roll an ankle, you could get out, but it would be a struggle. We were in Watkins Glen, a must visit if you're out near the Finger Lakes region. Watkins Glen State Park is absolutely worth a stop on your tour of New York. It is amazing. I found it by watching The Wandering Woodsman. He's got a great channel. If you're from the East or you're interested in the East Coast or Eastern Seaboard states and some of the history, primarily Pennsylvania, check him out. If you're interested in just outdoor stuff, check him out. It's a great channel. I really like it. Wandering Woodsman. All right, so we've at least crested the steepest part of the climb to Plateau Mountain, and this is our reward. It is as amazing as all the other views, maybe even more so because I almost died getting here, I guess. But it's tough. It is a climb. Everybody's a trooper. Ashley's pushing through. Some of the spots that we have to climb are taller than Ashley can probably step up. Yeah. So she has to literally pull herself up and get her feet under her. It has been a massive effort to get up this mountain. But the views are worth it. Now we should have a little better terrain for a couple miles. Mile and a half at least. So goodbye Plateau Mountain. That was the descent. From heck. We're now getting ready to cross the road. We're all a bit tired, a little worn out. It's been a long day and we got about 2 miles left to go to camp, 2.5 miles with an extreme climb. Oh my gosh, look at this. Check both ways. Look at this. Devil's Tombstone Public Campground. No camping here though. Not here. Take it in, carry it out, they say. Look at this. It's a nice lake. Couple picnic areas. Oh, they have pump water here. Cool. No filtering necessary, huh?
10 minutes, I think. That works. Pretty sure.
Cool.
10 minutes.
All right, we're gonna go bathe ourselves in the nude, so I can't put that on video, but you can imagine the beauty you will see, could see.
We have a whole nother climb coming up, don't we?
All right, we came down Plateau Mountain and hung out at the lake here at the roadway. Now filtered some more water, and now we're heading up the backside of Hunter Ridge or Hunter Mountain. It's going to be a sizable climb. It is our 4th, I believe, sizable climb of the day, and maybe 5th, 4th, whatever. We're all beat. beat. And we're gonna get to camp right about time for the sun to be completely gone. So there's no hustling left in us, I don't think. We're just this is the grind here, folks. We are grinding it out tonight. This place is no joke. It will make you want to cry. But it's beautiful, so you don't cry. Actually, cried, but it was only for 10 minutes. And it was on a wicked downhill. Here we go. That's looking level. That is what we have been doing. So the bugs are bad, and I'm ready for dinner. Ashley, John, and Chris are also ready for dinner. So, all right. So we're up on top of Hunter on the backside, like the southwest side or south side, coming around the southwest side of Hunter Mountain. We're not summiting this mountain. We can, but right now we're more interested in getting to our camp, which isn't too far off here. We go past the branch that goes up to the summit of Hunter Mountain, and just a couple, maybe a couple hundred yards, I guess, past that is the spur that drops down, because right now we're at 3580 or 3550, and so you can't camp here technically. So we have to get to that point and then drop down, but only 100 feet, not even 100 feet, 50 feet. So thanks for sticking along with us so far. It has been one heck of a journey here. We're at about 6,200 feet of elevation in approximately 14 miles. So do the math. That's pretty steep. A good portion of this train was steep, and keep in account that we will end up doing more downhill over this trip than we will uphill. So for that 6,200 feet of uphill that we've done, we've matched it with downhill. So we've gone anywhere from 1,000, I'd say, to 1,500 feet climbs at a time. So, all right, it's day 2. We've broke camp, and we are descending down the backside of Hunter Mountain, or will very soon be. And didn't get too much shots of camper, right? I don't think anything really. But it was a long day.
You rolled in kind of late.
It was getting dark, and we needed to eat and get set up. And I just really didn't have the gas to take any more video. So, but we're looking forward to today. We're feeling a little beat up, but the sleep was a good recovery. You know, we're not 100%. And we've already decided that it's not too early to talk about dinner tonight. So we've got a downhill this morning, and then an uphill on Catskill Mountain, down Catskill Mountain, and that will complete our Devil's Path trail. It's a little damp. We got some rain this morning, and as you can see, foggy.
You're at 3474.
Not much.
34.
3474.
Look how foggy it is out there.
Catskill Mountain is 38 something, 3858 or something.
Oh, okay. That's
So
not too bad.
we'll be up and down, and then we'll be done.
Say that something.
Well, good morning. It's day 2 of the Devil's Path trail, and as you can see on my face, we are doing a climb. It's hot. it's humid. And although I got a decent amount of sleep, day 2 is always a little tough to get going. It was our first climb. Fortunately for us, it's our only climb today. But we are going to get the last little bit of footage that we need. No, you're fine. To get our 8,800, 9,000 foot mark. And the vast majority of that's going to come in the next 2 miles. So it's going to be tough. But
there's only one.
Ashley and I are together, and she's had some music playing off and on, and it helps the spirits. And like she just said, it is our last climb, so the smell of a freshly cooked steak and some vegetables, lemonade and a ginger ale,
Whoop, whoop.
those things are
At the top of my lips.
like a finger of smoke tickling us along. So it's pretty cool. Now looking up here, Chris and John have taken a respite. Looks like they're waiting for us to catch up. Multiple clothing changes. I had to change my shirt when we got water. Then I had to take my thermal pants off. Then Ashley had to take her long sleeve shirt off. Showing you the guns. But that's what happens when it gets hot. That's what happens when it gets hot and it's cool out.
You did.
What's up, guys? Doing some air conditioning work.
Yeah.
Some heating and cooling.
Got hot real fast.
Yeah, it felt good to take my long sleeve off.
All right.
Go to the mountain.
That's looking down Catskill Mountain. Where are you at, babe?
We are at Catskill Mountain Summit.
All right. It is official.
There we go.
We are now on the last, we just completed the last uphill climb, and we are beginning the last downhill. That is where our car is at. 1.5 miles. We've been doing a descent on Catskill Mountain. I don't know. It looks like 4.7 miles, but it has been aggressively scraped off.
I just almost wiped out.
So I'm not sure, but I know we are closer than we've ever been to a steak and a salad.
I'm preparing for the final descent into the parking lot because, unlike Chris, I can't run that.
All right, we're all happy and we're gonna celebrate in our own ways. Chris ran down to the parking lot. John's not far behind. I'm taking my time. Ashley's not too far behind me. This is the end of the Devil's Path. It starts quite a bit different than it began. This is a downhill straight into the parking lot. At least where we began, we had about a mile of mild to level terrain. Mild being maybe uphill a little bit. You see Ashley up there behind me coming down. It was tough. Most dangerous? Only dangerous if you're careless. You can certainly roll an ankle, maybe fall, break an arm, break a leg. But during, even now, which is in June, it wasn't particularly warm. A little bit of rain this morning, but there were plenty of people here. We saw day hikers, we saw runners, and fellow backpackers alike. So as long as you're on trail, you'll probably get located and found. And but certainly it's different at the tops of the mountains. It was cooler. There was a wind, so you want to prepared for that. but it's a good time.
I come out with you guys anytime. or 4 or 5.
How about hills?
Or hills.
Or hills. All right, we made it back to the car. Everybody's deloading. What do you guys think? What would you rate it on a scale from 1 to 10? 10 being the hardest,
Chip.
1 being the easiest.
I'm going to say a 9.
I'm gonna say a 9.
Easily 9.
Right, I would say a 9. We're all basing that on our own personal experience, so take it for what it's worth. But it is a tough,
It's relentless.
yeah, relentless is good. And just come out prepared for a challenge.
That's pretty neat, Johnny.